I am back and we're back online again. And we are going to be talking about how to get more sales in your store. Because right now, the biggest thing is people are complaining about is not getting enough sales. And, everybody's going back to school, people are distracted, but you can still get sales. Or if you're not getting sales, you can make sure that your website and your store is ready for people to come shopping. So I am going to show you, and I'm going to go through these very quickly because there's quite a long list. I do have it in a blog. So if you, I'll put the link in after this live, so you can see what to do once we go live. Let me just make sure that I have really good internet because I think my internet is going a bit slower. Anyway, so I'm Veronica Jeans and I'm a Shopify queen and best-selling author of Shopify Made Easy. And I do really know a lot about selling online. And so the first thing we want to concentrate on is how to get more sales when visitors are coming to our website, because you can have thousands of visitors come to your website and people still don't buy. So if you don't have the right foundations in your store, people will still not buy. So what do you have to do? The first thing you have to look at is only sell in one niche market, right? Don't start selling food and other stuff and other stuff. People get distracted. So if just stay in one niche market, don't get distracted to trying to sell too many things to too few customers. And one of the biggest things that I see is people pop onto the website and they don't know what you're selling because it's not really clear. You are selling too many things, and what are you doing, right? So you have to really let them know exactly what is happening when they land on the website. And I have an example I won't show you, but the missing piece puzzle. And when you land on the website, obviously it's got puzzles, but you don't know what to do with the puzzles. She immediately tells you, create your custom puzzle, custom jigsaw puzzles for every age and ability. So I can buy puzzles for my family, I can buy puzzles for my kids, and then she goes back to explain what you need to do on her website. That's what I mean, is make sure that people really know what they're doing on your website. Then your title, okay, has to reflect exactly what you're selling. When you're describing your benefits of your products, right? Don't try not to give your products fancy names because nobody's going to search for them. Make sure that the title of your products makes sense to somebody like me that wants to buy it. And then when you get the descriptions on the page, also, just don't be too dry or too much unless you're selling something specifically technical, but make it fun. I need to know why I need to buy your product. Why are you better than the next guy that on whose website I'm going to pop onto? So you need to really entice me to tell me how I'm going to benefit from buying your product. So make sure, again, that your titles are descriptive, right? Because it really helps for me to find your product. And then describing the benefits of your product and not too technical, unless you're technical. Have everything else below the line, what we call the screen line, then you can have more information, just in case I want more information. It has to also be scannable. So here is what happens. If there's too much information on a page, I'm not going to read it. So make sure that it has bullet points or has different capitalizations or just not different font. Okay, keep it to the same font, but make sure that I can scan it and go immediately, snap judgment. I'm going to buy this product right now. If you give people too much time, they might pop up off your website. And then if you also have extra links on the page, I want to know how long it's going to take to get my product. I want to know, can I return the product? or what the refund situation is, because we've all been in bad situations when we bought stuff. So we want to make sure we know when the product's going to arrive, how much processing time it takes, and that link has to be on the page. You don't want to send anybody to another page. So niche market, right? Now, you got to be the authority of your product. You know your product. So people will sense very quickly whether you know the product or you're faking it, because you're going to be writing about it. You're going to be, right, you have really good FAQs about your product. You're going to have blogs about your product, right? So, and you have a help center, FAQ or help center, doesn't matter. You are going to solve every problem that they can come up with on your website. That shows you that you're an authority. Information about your products has to be on your website as well. Now, for instance, ingredients. I want to know, if I'm putting stuff on my face, I want to know what's in that product, right? Not always, but most of the time. Or if what your product is made from, what your shipping information, as I said before, refund, return information. All that stuff has to be readily available on that page. If you don't have that on the page, make sure that you get it on the page, so you're ready for the next wave of more visitors. This is going to make people much more likely to buy your product. I have proven it with helping my customers actually get more information onto their product pages. All these points, right? Different fonts, not different fonts, but different sizes, capitalized letters, maybe a review right at the top of the page. I want to know if somebody likes it. We are all sheep. We like to follow other people when they're buying things, right? Because nobody wants to be the first one to try out products that they don't know. Yes. And so you have to be very, very, very clear about the information of your product on the product page, and don't make them hop to another page. Unless they want more information, then you have a link and they hop to another page. So what we've done is, as well as we have accordions, right? Very easy. You can have an accordion. You have what the product information is, description of the product, shipping information. Everything goes back to just the accordion head title, but it makes it so much shorter and scannable. So I can see immediately on the page, okay, I want to know more about how to get my product with the shipping information, okay? So position yourself as the authority. You have lots of information on your page, not at the top, but below, right? Below the buy button, because you want to have that buy button very, very prominent on your page. I find people have a lot of, especially if they have a lot of, you can buy this size, and you can buy this type of material. You got to make it really not too long so people can get to the buy button. It's amazing. It still amazes me that people don't scan down the page, right? They just go, where's the buy button? Ooh, I can't find the buy button. How do I buy this thing on this page? And then they hop off. So make it very clear to everybody that they have to actually choose these options, then they can buy the product. But it has to be visible and boom, in their face, their buy button. Communicating with your customer is top priority. I can't stress this enough. If you want to look real to your customers, you have to have an address on there. You have to have, if you can, a phone number. Not everybody wants to answer the phone, right? But preferably, you can always have a 1-800 number from Google where they leave a message. At least it shows people that you are a real person. You are in the country, and they know somebody is behind it. It's not just a fake site. And believe me, it has happened. I've had customers or friends have texted me and go, I've bought this product and I don't know who to contact, but there's no contact information on the page. Isn't that amazing? You have to be contactable. You have to have a contact page. You have to have the telephone number if you want to, your address if they have to send stuff back to you. Also, communicating with your customers, and Shopify have got the most amazing thing right now. It's the newest thing, is to be able to communicate with your customers with a chat button, right? And you don't have to be online all the time. You can be online whenever. You just set your time that you're going to be online from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. CST, and you're not 24/7, right? You're a small company. So they can email you if they need more information. Then connecting with Messenger from Facebook in Shopify. Boom, it pops into your Shopify chat. So any customer that messages you in Facebook or Instagram, no, Instagram's still coming, will pop into the chat situation on Shopify. So you can communicate with your customers on an ongoing basis. This is freaking awesome. Then the next thing, right? Social media is another way to communicate with your customers, and you make them feel comfortable with actually doing business with them. If I keep telling people your about page has to reflect who you are. You're a small business. People have to be comfortable actually buying stuff from you. I mean, they hauling their credit card out to shop with you. So, hey, they have to trust you. And how they're going to trust you is if you have your story on the about page, they see your face, they have contact information, they can contact you anytime they want to. That's how people are buying. And if they don't, they will hop off. Okay. So, and everything is visual, right? So if you have a website that doesn't appeal to me, that's very boring and doesn't really reflect the product, I'm not really going to buy from you. Especially if, for instance, if you have an old-fashioned website. I mean, really come to the 21st century and have something exciting, big and beautiful. Your products have to be nice and big where people can actually see your product. So everything has to be visual. Remember, they can't smell, touch, or taste your product. So you have to sell your product just by them seeing the product. So you have to have different versions of your product. You have to have ups and downs. If it is, you have your product, from every side that they can see, this is what it really looks like. So make sure that you have enough images on your product. And again, I see people don't have enough images. Put those images in, even if you're selling cream. The consistency of the cream is important to me. I don't like anything liquid to put on my face. So I want to see the consistency of the cream. Don't forget videos. Today, things sell through videos. Everybody's on YouTube buying stuff. So make sure that you have those videos of your products. You can actually show your product off and tell people what your product is about. And you can have a thank you video on your thank you page. When people have ordered and bought, you have a thank you video telling them how grateful you are that they actually bought your product. That gives you such a fuzzy feeling that people will actually come back to buy more. Again, call to action button, as I said before, make it bright and beautiful. Sometimes, and don't make your website too confusing with too many colors. Have one accent color, right? You have your brand colors, but one accent color has to be where your buy button is. And you can have it somewhere else, but your buy button has to really pop out because people need to notice it. I don't want to go on a website and look for stuff. And then I have to then look for the buy button. Believe me, I've done it, And it's really sad when people try and sell products if they don't have the right information on their website. Because why do you have to have that buy button so visible? You really have to tell people, boom, here, buy my product. You've got to tell people what the next step is, right? Buy my product, add to cart. Now we come to security. So when I'm hauling out my credit card, I want to know whether your website is secure. And right now, Google has demanded that every single website has to have an SSL certificate, which is a secure socket layer certificate. You can get it from your host. A lot of hosts now give it away for free. Shopify has one that's just for free. You don't have to worry about it, but it is on your website. You just have to know that you have it. Have your trust icons on your website. make sure you show people, hey, you take these credit cards, so they know which credit card to haul out. Make sure that you have PPI compliant, right? So if you're not using Shopify, make sure that you have privacy rules and regulations on your website, so the merchant knows who they're dealing with, right? So the PPI and the SSL compatible, which most shopping carts have that included, so you don't have to worry about it. What I would recommend is being on the right shopping cart, and obviously, I'm the Shopify queen, so you have to be on Shopify. Offer your customers a rock solid money back guarantee. Not everybody actually uses the money back guarantee, but just having it on the website makes so much of a difference, right? So I've asked somebody where they give, hey, you can use this for 7 days, and you can have your money back if you don't like the product. And I've asked them how many people have actually come back to claim it, and they say not even 1%. But it just gives you a nice fuzzy feeling when you go, hey, I can have my money back if I don't like it, right? And you will get people that actually do that, but not a lot. But it's a guarantee. It's like a warranty. If you have a warranty for your product, put it very prominently on the product page again, right? These things have to be on the product page. With those guarantees, you build a relationship with your customers, which is super, super important, because you want those customers to come back to you and to buy from you. And so packaging. Let's talk about packaging. I got a packet the other day. There was nothing in it. It was the cream, boom, that was it. You must make your packaging is your post buyer, make them comfortable, right? You got to have a card in there. Thank you for buying from me. Hope you come back. Here's 10% discount if you come back, because a lot of people will use it, right? Why don't you have a description of how to use your product? Then you have a sticker on top of your packet, not on the outside, because that postman is carrying it around and it's advertising for you. It sits in the office, it sits somewhere people actually notice. Make sure that you have a sticker on top of your package. Then your other information, make sure that it's like an unboxing experience, right? People love to get stuff. It's like Christmas when they're getting stuff. So make sure that Christmas feeling stays with them. So what you have to do is, if you don't do it, I promise you, people really, really love getting special feelings when they open up a packet. So make sure that everything on your website is optimized, that you have those descriptions done properly, that you have, that people can communicate with you, they can get hold of you, that they can ask questions whenever they want. Make sure that your FAQ is really optimized and, question answer. If somebody has a question, you need the answer. And as you're collecting that information, keep adding that to your website, because that's what people are asking about. If you're a new store, collect the information from groups. Ask people, hey, and actually go to the competition, see what their FAQs are saying. Don't copy and paste, okay? Just copy and change it. So that's why you use Copy AI to get more content. And if you want more information about getting more descriptions on your for instance, on your product page, I use Copy AI, copy.ai, and I think I do have a link in the top, but I will put the link in. Amazing. You don't have to actually create content. You just put a sentence in, and this Copy AI will actually create the content for you. One other thing I was going to say as well is emailing your customers afterwards, even before, send those emails out. Stay in contact with your customers. You will get more visitors by staying in contact with your customers than when you don't email them. So stay in contact with people online, communicate with people online, talk to your customers, right? Stay in contact with your customers. I have 3 rules that I keep telling people. It's a LRL strategy. Listen to your customers, See what they need and not what you think they need. Offer them something more than what they expect, and they will come back. Look after your customers, make them feel special, and they will stay. Thank you for listening to me today, and I hope this helped you. This is very hard. I'm on my boat, and I had to put the air conditioner off. So this is I'm like, this is actually quite hot out here. So I live on a boat, by the way. I'm originally from Namibia. I'm a Shopify queen. I live in Houston, Texas, and I live on a boat. So that's why you see my boat behind me. And as I said, I have to put the air conditioner off to actually come on the show because the air conditioner is very loud. Thank you for listening. If this is on replay, if you need any help, just let me know. If you're listening now, just let me know if you need any questions. I will come back and answer any questions. And I know I've put this in the group. So if anybody in the group, if you want to know more information, just let me know. I do answer, not immediately always, but within 24 hours at least. Or you can message me and ask me as well. Thank you